So I walked down to the store the other day, and I could tell that the back of my pants, my dick and balls, was getting a little bit too cold. Back home, and I look and I realize part of the back of my sweatpants had been eaten away because we had a rat infestation in our house, and one of the rats had gotten trapped in my room, and it had eaten, I guess, sweat and dried cum off of the back of my sweatpants.
Go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. No filter, I got no filter,
Plays video games, but once he starts giving political prescriptions, that is when I draw the line. That is when the critique begins.
Really good litmus test for people who watch my videos, who
My MAGA supporting brother watches Asmongold all day. Oh, does your brother say that it's all common sense? Finally, my goat. Asmongold or this small streamer that is offline and never watches Asmongold? I expected you to say that Asmongold is not a real person, but I guess it was too much. I guess that's the one real person.
hate me and my soy boy tendencies. Because Tony's a gamer, you know?
I mean,
It is
like
Chud Monday.
I love Wiggler.
Tony, how many hours do you have in Fire Emblem? Say
Keflo's fan? Ooh, I love Wiggler? Oh, come on. Isn't this person supposed to be super offline? What is this Keflo's reference? President Sunday is not a real person. Why is President Sunday not real and Asmongold is? Why? What makes one real and one not?
the number.
It's definitely above 500.
Shit, I didn't even think it was that high. Okay. Oh, Tony is also a Final Fantasy fan, you know, Final Fantasy 10 and 12 enjoyer. You like Animal Crossing, you know.
If you know only Final Fantasy 10 and 12, then you're not a real Final Fantasy fan. I said it. I am told to be bold today. I'm told to give my personal opinions and analysis, okay? The context is, I have a whole thing, okay? So the context is, the bigger picture is, that if you only know Final Fantasy 10 and 12, then you don't know the whole spectrum of Final Fantasy games. You don't know how the battle system evolved. You don't have the whole experience to draw upon. So you're not really a Final Fantasy fan because you don't know Final Fantasy if you only know 10 and 12. Who told you that? Nobody has to tell me that. I know it. It's common sense. Stakes. If you think that Final Fantasy 10 and 12 are, oh, who told me to be more bold and give my opinions more? My editor. Who told you to be bold? My editor. For fuck's sake. The stakes are, okay, the stakes are that people with a limited scope of what Final Fantasy is and should be will think that everything should be like 10 and 12, which is horrendous for the brand. It will kill Final Fantasy. Already, Square is already killing Final Fantasy. I don't want it to be killed even more by people that think that Final Fantasy is only 10 and 12 and call themselves fans. That is unacceptable to me. That is blasphemy. Okay? Ridiculous. Now, my particular lens and experience is that I have played Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, and 16. I have not played 13, admittedly. But that still means that I am far better qualified to judge who is and who is not a real Final Fantasy fan. I've also played Tactics and a bunch of other side Final Fantasy games. So that makes me an expert. When it comes to Final Fantasy, I am your expert. I just am. It's ridiculous to claim to be one when you've only played 10 and 12. I don't even know if they finished 10 and 12, so they might have just dabbled in 10 and 12 and think they have a whole picture of what Final Fantasy is. No, they're fake fans, okay? If you just like something, then you're an enjoyer or something. You're a casual enjoyer of something, not a fan. Get your definitions and things straight. Okay, you're at best a casual enjoyer. Prediction. If more casual noobs will get into Final Fantasy with only the knowledge of 10 and 12, then I predict that this series will just die. Even faster than Square Enix is trying to kill Final Fantasy. And I fear for Final Fantasy. I feel like it will all just become worse and worse if people don't have the framework to understand what it is. Lucy gatekeeping Final Fantasy? Yes, of course. Of course I am. Also, Final Fantasy should never get political. And should, oh no, wait, that ship has sailed. Oh, that's why I haven't played Final Fantasy 13. The protagonist was a woman. That's why I haven't played it. Keep women out of my Final Fantasy games. Thank you. I'm gonna make this into a segment. I'm gonna title it, This is Why Women Ruin Final Fantasy. Nice act? It's not an act. It's all real. It's all super duper real. I've never been realer in my life. I would never act. That would imply deception, and I would never lie to you. I would never lie to you, Conrad. I hope Metal Gear Solid won't get political. You don't have to worry about that. Metal Gear Solid is the most apolitical series. That's why I love it so much. We should play Metal Gear Solid, actually. But first we have to play the 2D games. The obnoxious, repetitive 2D games that nobody will tune in to watch. I'll play them alone on stream. To myself. To indulge my whims, as I always do. Excellent. But at least it does not have a protagonist that's a woman. Thank you. Unlike Metal Gear Solid 2 and Revengeance, those games have a woman as a protagonist. I think I've made my point clear. Raiden is a woman? Yes. Haven't you noticed? Woman can be a protagonist if she has a large breasts. She has large breasts and ass. Well, Raiden does not, so Raiden definitely does not have those. Very flat ass, very small breasts.
So, we play Mario Golf a lot and House and stuff. Life is Strange is
Oh, Mario.
One of your favorite
All of
games,
them.
you know.
Oh, of course, Life is Strange is this person's favorite game. The woke walking simulator. Of course, that would be your favorite game. The game that's not really a game. Am I right? Am I right, fellas? A fake game for fake gamers.
You're going to be shocked by some of the things you read. Tony, for better or worse, is like untouched.
So far we've got Final Fantasy 10 and 12, which does not make you a Final Fantasy fan. It makes you a casual tourist to the franchise at best. We've got Mario Golf, okay, and Life is Strange, the walking simulator that's not really a video game for woke people. I don't even... What a start. What a start. What a start.
By the deeper, like, layer of the internet. And not even the deeper layer of the internet, like layer 2.
No, I don't.
You're on
I
layer
don't really
1.
do like internet-y.
No, you do layer 1. The hand strikes, but gives a flower, right? As it were. And so I'm giving them the opportunity to hear what a...
This person is just whipped boy. Cock, whip. Hello, Pekka Parker. I'm doing what you told me to do right now with this segment. I've given a full breakdown why, if you know Final Fantasy 10 and 12, you're not a real fan. The context being that you need a whole spectrum of knowledge from Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and all the other ones. You cannot just play 10 and 12 and call yourself a fan. Ridiculous and disgusting. The integrity of the series is at stake, and I predict that if this sort of thing goes on, it'll lead to the downfall of Final Fantasy as a series. That is my healthy prediction.
Real human...
So these two fake gamers are coming in to criticize my king Asmongold. Okay.
woman has to say about the things that their hero guy looks up to. Because on this channel, I like to always tell people, you shouldn't listen to people on the internet, myself included.
What a cock. So cocked.
You could form thoughts and opinions and start going in a direction with research, but you shouldn't just listen to some guy say something and then take that at face value, right? Rimba is he knows the vibes are about to get rotted out. Asmongold is a Twitch streamer, and he's the biggest Twitch streamer out there. He's the most
downfall of Western
popular.
society. That's true. Also, dog on stream. I hope they at least have a shot collar.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you a political take. and then I'm going to show you some other things he said to sort of set the stage for who Asmongold is. Okay?
He has a dead rat as an alarm clock?
We can't overload Tony with
what the fuck is
all the realities of Asmongold.
What does enlightened centrist
Okay,
mean?
we have to, I will get to...
Ooh, leftist alert, leftist alert. There's no such thing as a centrist. You can only be a left-wing or a fascist, according to this woman, I bet.
To all of this,
what is gum blood?
Oh, guys, please, I'm telling you.
All right.
You gotta give her a shot here.
All right.
Oh, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come
She's getting triggered. Oh.
from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
Okay, this is the juxtaposition.
Disgusting stories I ever told in my whole life.
What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold.
So I walked down to the store the other day, and I could tell that the back of my pants, my dick and balls, was getting a little bit too cold.
What? I cannot believe that this is the biggest political commentator. I just cannot believe that this is the biggest political commentator. Okay? Let's go. Let's go with Asmongold, okay? We need political commentators. Kind of, sort of. I guess. You're saying the same stuff, by the way. It's your boy Lucy. Yo, it's your boy Lucy. Is that what I say? Or do I say that I don't care about some group of people because they genocide others and oh, okay. Well, you know what? It takes one to know one. The reason why I criticize Asmongold is because I understand him so well, because I act like him. Also, it makes sense for me to want to get rid of competition, right? If I do the same stuff, then that just makes him competition that I have to get rid of. So it all makes perfect sense if you spend 5 seconds thinking about it. All right, Asmongold. I hope we want political commentary to represent a certain level of quality, right? Like, I would not care about Asmongold. I would never talk about Asmongold. Asmongold would not be on my radar if he would not attempt to do political commentary, because there are actual stakes here. Okay, there are actual stakes to the fact that Asmongold is the biggest political commentator, and those stakes are the fact that he shapes opinions on many idiots online that otherwise would not have had these opinions. They brainlessly watch Mr. Asmongold here, and they come to the conclusion, hey, maybe this or that is really true. Maybe those people really do deserve contempt, and maybe I just shouldn't care. Maybe protesters should be randomly arrested. Yeah, because that was actually his opinion, that protesters should just be randomly arrested for 5 years or something as a deterrent from protesting, because I guess protesting should be illegal in the United States now, the land of the free. So I feel like there's a little bit of at stake when one of the biggest idiots online also happens to be the biggest political commentator online, the most popular one. I don't claim to be. I just feel like there's so many people that would be better suited to be biggest political commentators. Yeah, so many people that would fit the bill better. The fact that Asmongold is the one just baffles me to no end. It's just common sense. But you know what? My prediction is that it's just not gonna get any better in that field. People will not seek out people that know more, that have more substantial things to say. People will just flock more and more to people like Asmongold, that feel relatable, regular blokes that don't know much but rely on their good old common sense and guide you through the chaos of the world with their simplistic answers and bigoted prescriptions.
Now, that doesn't happen a lot.
You move your eyebrows a lot, you tell people what they want to hear, and that's your recipe for success, I suppose. I unfortunately do not expect this to get any better anytime soon. I expect it to get worse. I expect an even worse Asmongold to emerge from the ether and say even stupider things to an even bigger audience. I expect Asmongold to just be an entree to what's to come in the future. If this woman is disgusted by Asmongold, okay, wait till an Asmongold 2.0 emerges. So then you'll miss this one. You'll miss Asmongold. You'll be like, oh my god, I thought Asmongold was bad, but this guy that has an even bigger audience is just even crazier. And people will eat that up. It will be very popular. It will be very cool, and people will be amazed by it. That's my prediction as to what will happen. And I frankly don't know how to change that. I don't know what can be done about it. People are just not interested in substantial discourse by large. I mean, there are people that are interested in that, but those people, like people that have substantial stuff to say, usually have audiences between 200, 300 people live on average. That's the average. People that have inane bullshit to say, it's a range from 1,000, 800 maybe at the lowest, the lowest spectrum, to 5K plus. And I'm lumping in here people like Chud Logic, Asmongold, Hassan Piker. Hassan Piker has some stuff to say. Hassan Piker's not completely empty in his commentary. Like I don't think Hassan Piker's exactly comparable to Asmongold, but I also think that Hassan has this tendency to say really stupid things. But okay, now this is gonna be a take. Okay, the difference between Hassan Piker and Asmongold is that Asmongold says stupid things because he is stupid, and Hassan says stupid things because he is a propagandist. That's the main difference in my mind between these two. One is stupid and one is a propagandist. Although Asmongold is a propagandist to some degree as well, but not to a degree that Hassan Piker is. You get me? You get what I'm saying? Agreed or not? If you don't agree, you're a fascist, by the way.
So I go.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to be watching this.
Back home, and I look and I realize part of the back of my sweatpants had been eaten away because we had a rat infestation in our house, and one of the rats had gotten trapped in my room, and it had eaten, I guess, sweat and dried cum off of the back of my sweatpants.
Sweat and dried cum. The rat feasted on the sweat and dried cum of Asmongold. This is your biggest political commentator. Are you happy now? Are you happy that this is the representative of politics online? The person who had a rat trapped in his room, who ate sweat and dried cum off of his pants, along with the fabric, by the way.
And the entire back of it was gone.
What am I watching?
Okay, this is just to get from those two clips. Where do you stand? Like, what's going through your head right now?
There's
What a well-meaning, educated influencer that deserves to be the biggest political streamer. This person should inform everybody's political opinions. He is very real and relatable. He says it as it is. He was not ashamed to put himself out there. There you go. That's my conclusion. Amazing person.
They're so different. And here's the thing. Well, I mean, maybe they're not. They're telling the tale of like a very dysfunctional and also trash human being. How do you get like that?
I don't know.
Maybe the question of how do you get? Why is he popular? That's insane.
Okay, now
Is it just because
It's popular because people think he's relatable. People somehow get it into their heads that since he is like that. He's a flawed human being, like everybody else. All the people that feel like they're not achievers in life, they can watch Asmongold and see, oh, he's kind of like me. He's just a regular dude like me. And I don't have to feel alone anymore. So I watch him to be a part of the experience with this guy that's not all high and mighty. Even though he has tons of money, he's still just like me. A regular dude, quote unquote.
It's so sensationalistic.
That could be it. That's Asmongold. Okay, he has 3.5 million Twitch followers.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And
all incels. All of them. All of them. Every single one.
Kui Tekos says, a regular dude who has rats, it has come. Freaky little rats. I mean, yeah, that basically is what makes him the regular, relatable dude. That he is not just this perfect, high and mighty streamer that has tons of money. No, he's the person that you can relate to because he's not perfect. He has flaws. He might have millions of dollars. He might be super mega rich and popular, but it's offset by the fact that he is messy and he says dumb things and he is silly and he has rats eating cum off of his underwear, which is quirky and fun, and he hates water. What a character, I bet this is a factor of his popularity. He's just such a character. Look at his hijinks. Look at how he reacts when we call him bold. So fun. And I guess since he's so fun, bold, and relatable, we should also listen to what he has to say about international politics and domestic politics in general. And we need to throw a ton of money at him.
Incredibly popular, right? He's incredibly rich, but we don't have time to crack that cookie, okay?
Okay.
Because we're going to talk about the influence that he has, and how that really is, the most important and damaging part of it, right? Even if he has a huge following, he represents a minority of people. 3.5 million people on Twitch is still a small subsect of the grander population.
I know, but that's still a scary number.
Yeah, but it's still 3.5 million. Wait, hold on. What's the population of Belarus? I think it was something like a little bit over 9 million, right? Okay, let me see. Actually, let me check something else. Google list of countries with a population of 3 million. Let me see. Oh, look, Holy See only has 501. Iceland only has 398. Okay, there are countries that are under 3 million. Okay, just keep this in mind, right? Lithuania had 2 million. So don't say that it's a small number, okay? It depends on the country. For some, 3.5 million, that is more than the entire population of their country. So that's not that is a pretty substantial amount, isn't it? Wait, where did I put that Asmongold crap? That's not unsubstantial. I agree, but it's just insane that he does in fact represent a portion of the population. He does, yeah. Not an unsubstantial one as well. Pretty big one, I would say. I would not say that it's a small part of population that he represents. Wait, hold on. Did I turn off the video?
What is this big god?
Oh. That was solo leveling. Where did I put this video? Wrong video. Where did I put it? I've lost it. I've lost the video. I've got too many tabs. Oh my god. I cannot believe. Oh, there you go. Hey. I found it. Hello. I know you have a toy drive.
It's just be agreeing with any.
Kui Tekos says, yeah, even if it's a passive interaction, it's still eyes and ears on his ideas. Yeah. And keep in mind, it's 3.5 million people subscribed or following. It's on average 10,000 people. I don't know. It's thousands of people watching live. And it doesn't end on them because then those people discuss Asmongold with other people and share his crap with other people by word of mouth. So just because there's a certain limited amount of people watching him directly, it doesn't mean that his ideas don't get spread beyond his immediate fan base. That's also a thing to consider when discussing these things.
Of the things that he just said.
1000%, and that's why a lot of
I wonder how many regular people would even know who Asmongold is if asked on the street. I am willing to bet, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I am willing to bet if you ask people, hey, who is Vosh, who is Destiny, and who is Asmongold, a lot more people will be able to tell you who Asmongold is than Vosh or Destiny. I'm willing to bet money on that one. Not quite the... It would not be quite the reaction like with Mr. Beast or what's that? PewDiePie. PewDiePie was pretty recognizable outside of online spheres.
people have problems with him. Most of what he believes politically kind of comes from this worldview that's filtered through the perception of gaming being centered around, like, you know, straight white dudes.
Okay.
His problem is just, like, you know, women existing both in the games he plays and in, like, the, you know, society
Life
at large, basically. Whether he says that or not, and whether he truly believes that or not, this is the kind of rhetoric that he's put out there for people to engage with. And the other thing is, too, that it's not just Asmongold. It's all these other people that their clips, they make clips off each other.
Maybe Asmongold is just gay. If you have such a big problem with women existing, then maybe you're just into men. Just something to think about. Maybe that's your problem. Maybe your problem is not with women. Maybe your problem was with within, not without.
They make, they have this sort of cannibalistic content ecosystem where someone makes a shocking clip, you know, another person over here agrees with it, and then it turns into this whole culture war thing, which doesn't actually...
Why is it cannibalistic? I don't understand the term cannibalistic here.
Like matter to anything at all.
I don't like the character or whatever. There are a lot of paintings that I'm not a fan of, but I can admire that it looks really good. I think that if you are looking at a space bounty hunter that has 80s retro aesthetic that are about bounty hunting and shooting people and fighting with laser swords, you are looking at a super majority male audience. You're going to have a sausage fest. That's just the way it is.
I live in this world.
What? I find it interesting, the choice of words, by the way, that Asmongold seems so interested in sausage fests. You know, just a food for thought.
World. Like, I understand very easily that, like, for a woman to enter a space that maybe traditionally has catered more to a male demographic, like, you have to be great at what you do, as good as, or probably better than a man, and you have to be conventionally attractive. Like, I live this life.
While doing
this is not shocking
right.
to me.
Right.
Like, this is absolutely...
She's saying that she's better, or at least as good as a man, and conventionally attractive. Is that what she's trying to sneak in, the analysis?
not shocking to me.
It's the same expectation for you.
I just live the life of being good and attractive. Not very humble. Not very humble at all.
In real life, as it is for them, these women in video games.
This is not shocking. This is like telling me what my daily life is.
Right.
It's super sad and makes me mad, but like, this is not a shock. This is...
Right.
System Shock. I think there was a game called System Shock. I'm pretty positive there was a game like that. Or is it buffering all of a sudden? Is the internet healthy today? What is happening?
This is more men than you think.
Nice internet.
You're
It's not my fault.
definitely right
Are you blaming me for everything, Conrad? You're attacking me. You're triggering me.
about that. And, you know, even though I think it's a ton of men, it's definitely even more than I already, you know, assume it is.
And I don't think it's a loud minority
System
necessarily.
Shock
I mean, look at
is
how
the granddad of the immersion
politics
sim.
in our country are going. That's not necessarily a loud minority. That could be half. I don't think.
I'm being censored for criticizing Asmongold, Daddy Asmongold. I think the title for this thing is gonna be Asmongold is a twat and let's stop pretending that he's not. There you go. That's the title of the whole thing. This is gonna be a big, super serious segment.
I think that the 3.5 million means that, you know, it's just 3.5 million that think that way. I think.
What the hell is wrong with the internet all of a sudden? I'm here to do a professional stream and the internet is preventing me from doing so. I'm being handicapped. I'm being stopped from reaching my potential.
That's 3.5 million that have found that channel.
Right. There's 3.32 billion gamers, right? Like, just in the world. Most of them are in Asia, Europe, Latin America. North America is 4th. So, like...
I would have put North America above Europe, at least. But...
It's surprisingly...
That is surprisingly low.
It's surprisingly low. As of 2023, 53% of gamers are male and 46% are women. I mean, it's basically...
Shocker. Women like to stimulate their brains too.
Incredible.
Yay.
It just makes you wonder, because if certain games let you create characters with so much charm and magnetism, why can't games with dedicated female leads do the same thing? Well, what are some of the more recent female leads?
Wait, what about Tales of Berseria? That's a game with a dedicated woman protagonist. You will not get from micro streamer to small streamer with this internet. I feel called out. I feel criticized. Listen, I do my best with the tools that I have. I do my best. I have Tales of Berseria on the PS4, yeah. It's a good game.
That we've been graced with. I think about Frey from Forspoken. She can fight dragons and...
I think that she's attractive. I do.
What the fuck? Truly, I will not get to a small streamer level with such internet. I hate this.
Games let you create characters with so much charm and magnetism.
I don't even know what's with this buffering. It's supposed to be... The thing says that it's buffered, but it's still buffering. The buffered video is buffering, and now it froze. And now the whole just technical issues, technical stream.
Can't games with dedicated female leads do the same thing? Well, what are some of the more recent female leads that we've been graced with? I think about Frey from Forspoken. She can fight dragons and...
I think that she's attractive. I do. I think people are porn brained if they don't think that she's attractive. At least in that image, she's attractive.
Then the laws of physics and literally
What is she doing? Woke noises. What are those noises? What is she doing? Stop growling.
parkour across dimensions. That's super cool, but for some reason they gave her the most awkward dialogue and had her deliver every line like she was on hold with 100%. Customer service. On mute. What about Kay Vess from Star Wars Outlaw?
Can't say the same.
Well, what about Tales of Berseria once again?
I don't know who this grifter is down here.
Reason they gave her
the woman making this video that he's agreeing with.
Oh yeah, that she's like, well, I guess they're not pretty.
Yeah.
They should go to Sephora.
I think people are porn brained if they don't think that she's attractive.
Porn brained.
I think you're porn brained, you idiot.
Across dimensions. It's super cool, but for some reason they gave her the most awkward dialogue and had her deliver every line like she was on hold with
customer service.
They made the teenage girl talk awkward like teenage girl.
And my stream says that the connection is excellent. What the fuck? The connection is supposedly excellent.
That's what I have for a response.
Why did it start? Oh, fuck me.
This is not shocking to me.
Right.
Like...
This is... Why did I have to reset? Why didn't it... Oh, God. Where were we?
Already male audience. You're going to have a sausage fest.
Oh, here.
I think that she's attractive.
Dimensions. That's super cool, but for some reason they gave her the most
Hello,
awkward dialogue
Philly,
and like she was on hold with 100%. Customer service. On mute. What about Kay Vess from Star Wars Outlaw?
Can't say the same.
I don't know who this grifter is down here.
Reason they gave her
the woman making this video that he's agreeing with.
Oh yeah, that she's like, well, I guess they're not pretty.
Yeah.
They should go to Sephora.
I think people are porn brained if they don't think that she's attractive.
Physics
I think you're porn brained, you idiot.
Across dimensions. That's super cool, but for some reason they gave her the most awkward dialogue and had her deliver every line like she was on hold with customer service.
They made the teenage girl talk awkward like teenage girl.
That's what I have for a response. I'm so sorry I don't have anything more eloquent to say than that, but like just...
Relatable. They call that peak relatability right there.
On mute. What about Kay Vess from Star Wars Outlaw?
Can't say the same.
She's a scrappy space outlaw, in theory. In practice, she kind of just plays like she just respawned from a bug and isn't sure where she is or why she's there. Okay.
Reddit for life. Amazing point. Also note that they don't play the clips of the dialogue
No, they
in
haven't
question.
backed up anything that they've said.
Yeah, literally the most buxom pair of breasts you've ever seen is Manuela's boobs from Fire Emblem.
And you know I always reference in the introduction to Garrick Mach Monastery when it's the
It's straight titty shot. It's straight
video.
titty shot.
Wait,
Nobody
what do you
object.
call it?
See,
I'm losing
here's
my
the
mind.
thing.
I can't remember anything.
Oh,
But it's
Halfway,
straight-
that's so nice.
it's straight
Halfway
titty
is
shot.
saying she likes your glasses.
Oh, thank you, Halfway.
But
Yeah, the straight titty shot is one of my favorite parts of Three Houses. I mean, really, they jiggle, they bounce. I love a big titty lady, and I'm down for like a conventionally attractive woman, but like I don't give a shit.
out of curiosity, are you trying to take anybody's boobs away?
Yes.
Am I trying to take their
Are
boobs
you
away?
trying to take the boobs out of the games?
No,
Yes.
I don't get. Can
I'll-
we just let the boobs be boobs? If we
I'll
want
take
the
your
boobs,
boobs
to be
away.
giant, great. If we want no boobs, great. Like I do not care.
I care.
I don't care. What I would love is more representation.
Boob
and that
representation.
means
Boob
Diversity
presentation.
of boobs.
Oh wow.
Lots of different kinds of boobs. Some of which may be small. Okay? Gooners?
Pear-shaped,
What are we
wide set,
talking about?
Pear-shaped.
teardrop, round,
Asymmetrical.
asymmetrical. Can we get a shout out for the asymmetrical boobies? Because
Those
I
are the
have
real
to tell
ones.
you, no, those are the real ones because like one
Aren't all boobs asymmetrical to some degree?
cup is gonna be slightly larger than the other.
Incredible.
And then you have to figure out bras.
This is valuable information that anybody hate watching that's an Asmongold fan has literally never ever heard before.
Well, they're like, what? Your boobs can be asymmetrical? You're telling me that your balls are perfectly symmetrical? You're telling me that?
Ain't nothing uglier than some balls.
Way prettier than balls.
I don't even
Way
think
prettier than balls.
I don't think
Oh my goodness.
anybody
Smell better.
even ball enjoyers, I don't think they would go and as far as to say like ball
What the hell are you watching? I'm watching a normie woman watching Asmongold, talking about balls and boobs, talking about being a ball enjoyer. Yep. Yeah, I'm watching a normie YouTuber. This is what normies are like. Apparently, they talk about sweaty, asymmetrical balls and sweaty and asymmetrical boobs. Okay, this is what happens. Oh my god. Holy crap. Just do politics. This is bad. This is What do you mean do politics? What do you mean this is bad? This is politics. Asmongold is the biggest political commentator online, period. If there's nothing more politics than this. It doesn't get more politics than this.